Hello Nation. Today we're going to talk about one of the biggest controversies in the diabetes world amongst diabetes professionals. I don't think there's any controversy amongst people living with diabetes. Here it is. Should people with type 2 diabetes who are not taking insulin be allowed to test their blood sugars as frequently as they need? Now, you might think this is stupid, but believe it or not, there's debates going on at every major diabetes conference. Here's the thing. The people on the pro side said, yes, people with type 2 diabetes who are not on insulin still should be able to test because they can see how their pills are working, how their daily dietary habits are changing their blood sugar levels, how exercise helps. If they don't feel good, they want to know what their blood sugar is, and they use it to motivate themselves, not so much to change the dose of the pills, because we know we don't change those on a day-to-day basis like we do with insulin, but to motivate them to follow good lifestyle habits to help them keep their diabetes under control. Now, the people who are naysayers say, listen, you're not adjusting the oral medications on a day-to-day basis. These strips are expensive. And so why should we waste money on those folks who are not making daily adjustments in their medication? Now, here's the thing. There have been lots of studies, and guess what? Some of them show a benefit, some of them show no benefit at all. So for all the folks like myself who say people with type 2 not on insulin should be able to test, I'm saying, listen, many of those studies are flawed because the patients weren't told what to do with the information, and the investigators did not educate patients on what to do with the information, the numbers themselves. So guess what? Patients who don't know what to do with the number, doctors who don't know what to tell patients, nothing happens. And gee, the results are tremendously surprising. Home glucose monitoring doesn't make a difference. Now, on the other side of the coin, there are studies that show significant benefit, not only in terms of lifestyle, but some of the studies show reduction in weight as well as better glucose control because they are told what to do with the number. They looked at pattern testing, pre and meal testing, 4 times a day for 2 days in a row to look at patterns. And now we have lots of good meters. We got the Vario IQ. This is a relatively new meter. It's pretty awesome. It actually gives you messages when it recognizes your blood sugar has been too high or too low in a typical time frame. So you can actually be more proactive about your results rather than reactive. They got the Bare Contour USB. It's a USB flash drive that sticks into your computer, helps you analyze your blood sugars. We got the IBG Star. These are the glucose strips. It goes into a little tiny meter that sticks in the bottom of your iPhone, which makes life very convenient. We have the Bare Contour. We have the Freestyle Freedom Light. This is just a snapshot of some of the very good meters out there. Now, I'm a big believer that even though you're not on insulin, you have type 2 diabetes, you're maybe just on oral medications, that testing your blood sugar to see how diet, exercise, stress, other types of issues affects your diabetes is extremely important. If you don't test, you just go to the doctor every 3 months. He tells you what your A1C is. You don't have anything in between to help motivate you and remind you of the things that you need to do. And there are some institutions, shamefully, only allowing their patients with type 2 diabetes not on insulin 2 strips per week. That's incredible. So if you have type 2 and you're not on insulin and you're restricted in the glucose strips, I want you to fight constructively to get the number of strips you need. Get your caregiver on your side. So long, Nation.